Definitely not the starters. You're on the End of the Bench podcast from 100.7 The Score.
I'm Mike Hebert, owner of Cantex Roofing and Construction. Every day is game day, and we'll get it right when it comes to your roofing, construction, windows, and mirrors. Call Cantex Roofing and Construction today. Together, we are one serving you.
Welcome in, 100.7 The Score. It is the end of the bench. I am Rob Breaux alongside David Collier, Lucas White in the booth today. We have a rip-roaring show planned. Lots of Texas Tech football, lots of football. Otherwise, a little bit of baseball and so much more. Obviously, in the second hour, we'll do some highs and lows, some burning questions. We'll take a look at who lost the tiny wheel. Could have been any of us. And we will also talk through the weekend's games. We'll start there. And we'll start with Texas Tech versus Kansas. Of course, we are in the First United Bank studio. You can call in on the Visual Edge IT hotline, 806-771-0973. You can also hit us up on the Yates Flooring Center chat line. Wherever you get your chat lines, you can find it on the apps. Brought to you by Happy State Bank. You can find it on the website, doubleTSportsNetwork.com. Or you can find it in your heart and text it on the Yates Flooring Center chat line. All right, let's get to it. The first quarter was incredible. I thought it was 18-0 at the end of the first quarter, but even before the game. Now, you've been going to games in your role in and around the field for several years.
Yeah, a handful.
I would say conservatively in this role, 20 years?
Yes.
Okay. And that goes back to pre-2008. So let's say your first year was Cody Hodges-ish. 2005 to now.
It was before that, but okay. Yeah, that's all conservative. Right. Yep.
All right. Do you remember a time where the student section was quite like that, quite that early? I was up in the press box early because I went on the pregame early, and 90 minutes left before the game on the clock, when they start the clock, most of the lower sections were full. Mm-hmm. By 80 minutes left on the clock, the upper section and the section in the north end zone was full of students. And by 70 minutes, the grass was full, and they sent out the tweet, no more students. So for a full hour plus, every student section was full.
Yeah.
I don't really remember that. Probably, certainly during the Leach era, but they also there wasn't as many students allowed in the games at that point.
Yeah, I don't think the student section was. Now I could be wrong because, again, I'm on the other side most of the time, and now obviously I can see it just like you. But I don't think that as many were allowed back then, and then sometimes they weren't even allowed in as early. I know that it was probably the regular time here, but
right.
They've done that a couple of times this year. Hey, we're going to open it up a little early, so whenever the players come out for the warm-ups, they're like, holy crap, all these people are already here, and get that out of the way, I guess. No, it was I was talking to somebody, and obviously the comparison that we're all going to go to is the Texas game, and it certainly had that feel because a lot of the kids decided to go with the Batman Joker face setup. No, it was, and everything about it was very similar to that, other than the fact that we started it in the light, and I don't remember the Texas game as being, the sun out, and it was later. I mean, well, no, it was still, but it was a night game. But it seemed like maybe it was just because you remember the end of the game.
Yeah.
We don't remember the first 15 minutes of the game against Texas.
When it was 20 days later in the year.
Yeah, so it was a little probably, but
a little darker.
It certainly everything about that, and maybe exceeded it at times. It went a little haywire. Seemed like some scenes from a Batman at times.
Yeah, maybe so. It was incredible in the first quarter.
Yeah, it was.
Now, Kansas did their part in the second quarter to take the crowd out of it for a bit.
Yes.
But they got going again in the third quarter, and even down Baron Morton, even down Skylar Gill-Howard, who I really thought that affected that second quarter because he's the emotional juice on that defense. But
that happened early. Well, yes, it probably
Yeah.
they wore down.
Wore
probably,
down
yes,
and-
because that happened 11:49 I think in the first quarter.
I think he might be the it was the second drive, I think.
Yeah.
I think he might be the self-corrector on the field.
Yeah.
Hey, that was a bad play. Let's not do that again.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe on the sidelines getting him juiced back up. And he was on the sidelines in the second half. Full pads.
Full pads
Full
had
pads
the
boot.
boot. I certainly this has happened in the past, but I've never seen somebody air casted and then by the end of the game, everything was negative. He might be able to play next week. And I'm like, I don't know about next week, but just the frustration that he was showing on the field. But when he walked out, he walked by me with a boot, and I'm like, where are the crutches?
And walked.
Yeah. There were no crutches involved at any point with him.
Yeah. So I just the whole game played out a little bit differently than I thought in my mind, but pretty much exactly how you wanted it to.
Yeah.
You ran the ball all over them, and you got away from that in the second quarter, but got right back to it. With a minute and a half, they've scored 2 straight drives. I might have done that a little bit differently, but I really don't have any complaints otherwise.
Well, and wasn't it in the second quarter? Was it the second quarter where you were backed up pretty far and you got a penalty right away and it backed you up? I mean, you weren't going to probably start that drive off running the football anyway, so that kind of was part of the reason I thought that maybe you got away from the run. But if that second quarter would have been longer, I might have been scared. You know what I'm saying? And you mentioned it, but the halftime, like that team, no team needed. Well, plenty of teams, but no Texas Tech team this year needed that halftime like they at the time that they got it, and I think they were able to, like you mentioned, figure things out. I mean, know that Skylar Gill-Howard's better than you thought whenever you saw him leave the field on a cart, and got re-energized and figured things out, and certainly made all of the correct adjustments that you needed to in the second half, and went out and started setting records.
Romello Height in the postgame was asked, hey, what'd the coaches tell you? What'd Shield Wood say in the halftime speech to get y'all going in the second half? And he said, he didn't say anything. It was the players.
Yeah.
It was the players that were in there saying, hey, we need to do this. We need to do that. We need to self-correct here. Are you ready for some numbers, David?
Let's go.
First quarter scoring, Texas Tech versus their opponents, 98-3. Second quarter scoring, 81-28. That's halftime scores of 179-31.
Yeah.
Third quarter, 41-0. It's a little skewed there because, well, you had a lot of backups in those first 3 games.
Yes, but still.
But even in Big 12 play, it's 10-0. And then the fourth quarter, 58-42. And that's a little skewed because in Big 12 play, it's 45-7.
7. Well, what'd you say the second quarter total was for opponents?
28, and 17 of those were.
Yeah, I was about to say, and 17 were against Kansas after having to deal with a couple of important injuries that kind of got you rattled, understandably so.
It's pretty good. Number 1 scoring offense, number 1 scoring defense in the Big 12.
Yeah. It's not even close either.
Definitely not the starters. You're on the End of the Bench podcast from 100.7 The Score.
A couple other Big 12 results that mattered for Texas Tech over the weekend. Indiana walks into Eugene, Oregon, and beats them 30-20. I think it's time to talk to your kids about Kurt Signetti actually being good. I hate that it's happening.
I was about to say, you hate him.
I hate that this is happening. But it is 30-20. Ole Miss struggles with Washington State. They fall a spot from 4 to 5 in the AP poll. Oregon drops past Texas Tech. Number 7, Indiana replaced by Texas Tech. At number 7, Indiana moves up.
Yeah. And Indiana should move up, right? I mean,
yes. Oh, yeah.
As a Texas Tech fan, you can see that Indiana should.
I'm
not saying they're better. I'm just saying
if I was voting in the AP poll, Indiana would be my 3 probably.
Yeah. Okay. I'm just clarifying. I'm not saying that they are better. I'm saying they have better wins.
Certainly now that they beat Oregon.
Well, they have 2 top 10 wins, right?
Certainly now that they beat Oregon.
2 top 10 wins. We can agree to disagree on that. They have 2 top 10 wins.
Yeah.
You have 1 ranked game that you beat a team in.
Yeah, I think if you were in the Big Ten, though, Utah probably would have been top 10 with where they were. I think Utah and Illinois are the same win.
Yeah.
But
Maybe,
Oregon now, certainly a better win than what you have.
And that wasn't the Illinois game at home, though. So the Oregon won infinitely more impressive, without a doubt. I mean, I'll agree with that.
Huge. Ole Miss struggled with Washington State over the weekend.
Gosh.
A&M beat Florida, so they stay in front of you. Oklahoma lost to Texas 23-6. Ugly, really, by all accounts there.
The defense was not ugly. I mean, they weren't great in the second. Oh, it was ugly because Oklahoma has 0 offense, which
Texas
kind
was
of been
not
saying
much
for a
more
while.
offensive.
No, well, because they were
more
playing
offensive
a good defense
than offensive.
Yeah.
Alabama beat Missouri 27-24, and Dorkowitz lost that one, I believe. Both now 5-1.
It's tough. No, it's not. It's really not.
It's not. Texas Tech doing what they did. Georgia beat Auburn 20-10. LSU beat South Carolina 20-10. Tennessee squeaked by Arkansas 34-31. Georgia Tech won 35-20. USC proved they were tough.
What was the final in that one?
31-13 over Michigan.
At home.
At home. And Pittsburgh, who lost to West Virginia, beat Florida State.
I think.
What?
I mean, we can talk about the Big 12 having a bunch of mid teams, and I'm not saying it's not good. How bad is the ACC?
Florida State beat Alabama. Alabama's only lost, by the way.
Yeah.
East Texas A&M and Kent State. And then lost to Virginia, Miami, no shame.
No.
And Pitt. Pitt now 4-2. 2-1 in the ACC. They lost to West Virginia and Louisville in back-to-back weeks. And then housed Boston College and beat Florida State. Florida State is 0-3 in ACC play.
Yeah, they're
pretty incredible.
Maybe the ACC is really good.
No, I don't believe they are.
No, I don't either.
Just for funnies.
For funnies.
Georgia Tech, Virginia, and Duke. The only 3-0 teams in the ACC. SMU, 2-0. Miami's only played 1 conference game so far, somehow. Pittsburgh, 2-1. Clemson, 2-2. So, lots of action there. I would assume Miami wins the ACC, but they have Louisville, Stanford, SMU, Syracuse, NC State, Virginia Tech, and Pitt to finish. Virginia might be legit with Chandler Morris. Duke finishes with Georgia Tech, Clemson, UConn, Virginia, North Carolina, and Wake Forest. That's all very interesting.
Please don't say that UVA is going to be legit because of Chandler Morris.
Well, I don't think they're going to be legit. I think they are.
He's won ACC quarterback of the week like 2 or 3 times already this year. That's just disappointing.
Are we allowed to claim him if he went to your school previously? Is that how that works?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Did he? I don't know that he started a game at Oklahoma. I don't think he played. Did he play a snap?
Well, I didn't. I just asked a simple question. Can I claim him if he goes on to the NFL and has a great career? Can I say that he went to Oklahoma?
I think you could say he went to Oklahoma. I think it's a better It's a better troll. Well, it might be a better troll to claim if he never plays.
I know. It's kind of like Matt Castle. Whenever Matt Castle got good, he never started a game at USC.
Yeah.
Do it like that.
But I do like the I claim Baker all the time.
You should.
Really claimed him this weekend. He was awesome. We'll go through those NFL games in a minute. In baseball, Friday night was awesome. Came home from Lubbock, Monterey, and get to watch, I think it was the 12th through the 15th innings of that one with no runs, and it was electric. And finally, the Mariners walked it off. On Saturday, the Brewers finished off the Cubs. And Sunday, the ALCS started with the Mariners beating the Blue Jays 3-1. That's our pick.
Yep. We still got 2 left? Is that what it is? Because didn't we pick the Brewers too?
I believe the Dodgers were also the pick.
Oh, yeah, that's true. We did.
So we've got 3 of 4.
Let's go. Get out of here, Toronto.
Left. Mariners, Dodgers, Brewers.
Toronto wins the World Series.
Probably. No, I think we might be Mariners, Dodgers in the finals. I'd have to go back and look.
That's what it was.
I don't want to go to that
No,
particular
I'm not saying
right
I want Toronto to win. The other 3, I'm saying the one that we didn't pick is going to win.
No, I got your joke.
That wasn't a joke. It was a prediction.
Okay.
Okay, move along.
It's a jokey prediction.
How come the Big 12 studios can't get commercials?
That's crazy.
Like,
it feels like they try to make money on everything else. Why wouldn't they try to make money by getting some commercials in there? All right, I do want to rip this Band-Aid off quickly before we go to break here, because we do have commercials. We picked Iowa State, Colorado. Everyone picked Iowa State. We're all losers. We picked TCU, Kansas State, and Charlie, the caller, picked Kansas State and then tried to get out of it the entire pick'em.
Mm-hmm.
And then at the end, he was like, I'll stick with them. He won that game.
good decision.
He was on an island, Arizona, BYU. I thought he had that one too until the very end. The rest of us picked BYU. Everyone picked Utah. Everyone picked Texas Tech, but Lucas, 5 points away with the prediction. I was 7, Collier was 8.
I hit the total, by the way, on the dot.
Charlie was 9, so Lucas gets that point. That was effectively the tiebreaker. Didn't need it. I picked North Texas. I lost. I picked Missouri along with the caller and Collier. We lost. I picked Oregon. We all lost. I picked Oklahoma. We lost. Charlie on the island. And I picked the Cowboys with everyone else. We all lost. And I picked the Lions. Charlie on the island. He won. If you thought that's a lot of losses, Rob, it was. More after this.
Playing time is not required. This is the End of the Bench podcast from 100.7 The Score.
Left on the board of the theme, nobody picked Alice Cooper. Nobody picked Jimmy Eat World.
No.
Wait, nobody picked Fun or Linkin Park. Somebody might have picked Jimmy Eat World.
Yeah. They may have, yeah. I don't even know if we have the same theme at this point.
No, we do. Okay, so the tiny
It's
wheel.
before.
The tiny wheel looks like this. Last week we all were 7-3 across the board,
crushing it.
and so everyone
It's
did
like
the
Chuck Hine picks. Sorry.
Everyone did the salts together, smelling salts. I took the biggest whiff because I was a loser, and then this week Lucas went 4-6. We all lost to the caller who went 5-5. Lucas went 4-6, safe. Collier went 3-7.
That's got to be my worst of the year. I mean,
safe.
I deserve to lose. Oh, I didn't lose?
No.
How could you go worse than 3-7?
By going 2-8. 2-8.
Who did that? Oh, we did all the other people, so.
Yeah, it was me.
Oh, my goodness.
It was me. And the only one you and I picked differently, Collier, was North Texas, and you wanted to pick North Texas, but didn't because I did, and you were allowing me to be on that island.
I was glad that you took the island, but you need to listen to your own advice. You said before you made that pick, like before we made the picks, you said, I pick with my heart sometimes.
Yeah.
And then, like the very next segment, we do the picks, and you go, I'm going with Eric Morris.
And then the next game, I said, I hate Dorkwitz. I would never bet on him, but I think Missouri's going to win this game. And I should have just bet with my if I would have bet with my heart there, I would have picked Bama for sure. So I did. I followed my own advice the next one. And they both cost me.
Yeah. So it evened out, I guess.
This week I'm gonna
You should just
Georgia.
only
I'm
pick
a George
with your heart.
Costanza it.
What's that?
I'm gonna make all 10 picks and then pick the opposite.
So you're gonna come up with a list and you'll make them beforehand, and then on the show you'll just flip them. Okay.
Yeah, I'll flip them all.
Okay, that'll work. I'm down for that. Hey, we should all do that. It might actually make it better for all of us, apparently.
So at some point I'll spin the wheel. If you want to add in some punishments on the chat line, you can. All right, let's check the calendar quickly.
Your daily look at what's happening in the world of sports, birthdays, and holidays. Let's check the calendar.
It is Disaster Day. It is Health and Sports in Japan Day. Oh, this is right up my alley. It's International Day for Failure. National Kick Butt Day. National M&M Day. Did you read Choice Kick Butt?
Okay.
Did you read Choice's candy rankings for Halloween?
When did he post this?
The 10th.
No, I have to go back.
I think that was Friday.
Was it bad? I'm according to the chat line, I'm not allowed to rank candies, even though I think back in the day when we were in the older building, I'm pretty sure I won our Halloween candy draft, even though I put Dots on there. But anyway, go ahead.
I don't think Dots were on his list.
Oh, they're not.
But candy corn was.
Okay.
It's also Yorkshire Pudding Day. And National No Bra Day. Lucas, any birthdays?
Paul Simon, turning 84 years old today. Then we have Sacha Baron Cohen, turning 54.
Like?
Kate Walsh, turning 58.
What?
I said you like.
Oh. My wife.
Brian Dawkins, turning 52. Paul Pierce, turning 48. Jermaine O'Neal, 47. Jerry Rice, 63. Doc Rivers, 64. Jerry Jones, his birthday today, he's turning 83. And then Texas Tech's Skylar Gill Howard, it's his birthday as well today.
Happy birthday, Skylar. Get in the cold tub.
Gentlemen, on this day in 1967, the ABA played its first basketball game between the Oakland Oaks and the Anaheim Amigos. Oakland winning that contest 132 to 129. That was the day the red, white, and blue basketball was revealed or unveiled or used for the first time. But more importantly, that was also the day that the three-point line was introduced.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yep. On this day in 1991, since we're talking Toronto baseball earlier, and the Blue Jays, Toronto's manager Cito Gaston became the first manager ever ejected in a playoff game. I don't think it affected them because it seems around the time when Toronto won some World Series. On this day in 2001, Cliff Kingsbury throws for 409 yards and 4 touchdowns in a 38-19 win over number 24 Kansas State. In 2007, Graham Harrell bested him with 425 yards, 3 touchdowns, and runs for another one, and a 35-7 win over Texas A&M. And in 2012, Seth Dagey passes for 6 touchdowns and a career-high 499 yards. Texas Tech shuts down number 5 West Virginia, beating the Mountaineers 49-14. And on this day,
Number 5, West Virginia.
Number 5, West Virginia. In 1993, Nightmare Before Christmas came out.
What's this?
Nightmare Before Christmas.
What's this?
I didn't watch it.
White stuff in the air.
I'm not a
What's
fan
this?
of it. Yeah.
What's this?
Keep going.
Go ahead.
I don't really have it. This is a random movie. 2017 is kind of like a Groundhog's Day type movie. Happy Death Day. Have you ever seen that?
No.
It's actually somewhat humorous.
You've seen that, but not Nightmare on
Before
Christmas?
Yes.
Happy Death Day? Who's
Death
in
Day.
that?
I have no idea. It's like the people are like college kids. It's like Groundhog's Day, but like
Is it? It's not the one with Andy Samberg? He was in a Groundhog Day type movie.
No, this one's like a murder.
This is a horror.
Yeah, horror movie.
Slasher type
movie.
Yeah.
I genuinely don't think there's anybody famous in it. I might be wrong.
They have to live through the.
She
has to live through the slasher every day.
Yes, like she dies different ways. I think
she gets killed a bunch,
and she wakes up in the same setup every single morning.
Has to catch the killer
and has to figure out who the killer is. Yeah,
and the killer is wearing this creepy like baby mask.
Yeah,
is it Vince Vaughn?
I think that's old school. You're thinking of
earmuffs. Bullfighter says Rob has contracted Denise disease. Charlie's chimed in. He says, I think the winning caller should pick the punishment for the loser. All right. Give me your punishment, Charlie, and I'll potentially put it on the wheel. Potentially. I probably will. More after this. 100.7 The Score, Seat of the Bench.
Playing time is not required. This is the End of the Bench podcast from 100.7 The Score.
Welcome back. 100.7 The Score. It is the End of the Bench. Let's get to our Big 12 power rankings. I'll start this week. I've got a bunch of tiers. I'm just going to read them 1 through the end.
Yeah, okay. I'm going. I'd say I'm going to go 1.
First tier, Texas Tech.
Only tier.
Obvious tier.
Yeah.
Tier 2 through 4. This is Utah, BYU, and Cincinnati. This is the ironing things out to be a contender tier. And I think Utah and Cincinnati play later. Utah, BYU play this week. And hopefully BYU and Cincinnati play. And all that stuff will iron it out on the field. The tier 3 is the 5th team. And it's the only if Levitt is back soon tier.
Mm-hmm.
That's Arizona State. Tier 4, this is going to get confusing. I'm just going to say the next tier from now on. The next tier is the 6th team. It's the almost as good as 5 tier, and that's Arizona. Teams 7 and 8, the next tier, are the couldn't hang with Texas Tech tier. That's Houston at 7 and Kansas at 8.
Yeah.
9 through 12 are the should thank your mark they don't play the first team tier. That is TCU, Baylor, Iowa State, and Colorado. Iowa State dropping all the way to 11 this week after 2 straight losses. 13th, the next tier is a single team tier. It's the interesting situation brewing in Manhattan tier. That's Kansas State. 14th is in the league somehow tier. 15th is the last tier, and that's West Virginia. And the 16th team in the final tier is the don't ever put your shirt back on tier, and that's Oklahoma State.
Yeah. I think the top and bottom are the same. The middle of mine, I'm not going to tier it like you, but this one group is basically all the same number. Okay, 1, Texas Tech, clearly. I think my 2, 3, and 4 are yours in this maybe a different order. BYU, I have at 2 right now. Cincinnati, I don't know why, but I think it's the Big 12 standings part of it, 3, and Utah 4, even though I think Utah would beat Cincinnati. But
yeah, those are all in different positions.
Yes, but all mixed up together there. I still think Utah probably, again, I picked Utah and Texas Tech in the Big 12 championship game. I think that's going to work itself out. I also have Arizona State at 5, dropping 3 spots. And then 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, You can put them in any way you want to, but I have Baylor, Houston, Iowa State, Kansas, and Arizona. I don't think Arizona's as high as you have them because I'm just not as high on the quarterback situation there. Sorry.
Neither is he, by the way.
Yes, that was kind of the point. No short jokes here with two short people in the studio, or at least in this building. After that, I don't have Kansas State as low as you. I have them 11th. I think they earned that by beating TCU, and TCU drops 5 spots. I had TCU up a lot higher than I had all season long, and I pick them, and they lose. So they drop 5 spots for that, and they drop down to 12, 13 Colorado, 14 UCF, 15 West Virginia, and 16 for a while now.
Where was Kansas State there?
Kansas State was 11th for me.
Okay.
You have them at 13, right?
Yeah, and I probably will move them up. TCU and Baylor play this week, and I was just waiting on some other things to happen.
That was more my frustration with believing in TCU, and then immediately, and I talked myself. That was a game Kansas State had to win.
Yeah.
And if you're a good TCU team, you probably should win that game, right?
Yes. Lucas, do you have one? If so, rip it.
I do. And so since you guys started at 1, I will do the same. So at 1, I have Texas Tech, 2, BYU, 3, Cincinnati, 4, Utah, which I believe is the exact same as Collier's.
It is.
5, I have Baylor, 6, Arizona State, 7, Iowa State, 8 and 9. Well, these can all kind of flip-flop, but I got TCU at 8, Arizona at 9, Houston at 10, Kansas State at 11, Kansas at 12, and then the last 4 I've got UCF, Colorado, West Virginia, and then Oklahoma State.
It's fairly crazy that Utah, Houston, and Kansas are all in my top 8, and you've beaten them by 24 3/4, third of a third point. 24.3 points average. But if Utah's 4, like y'all say, and not 2, it's still, they're the 4th team in this conference. And they've hammered the teams that they've played outside of playing you.
And I think they probably are number 1 or number 2. But
that'll settle itself this week.
Yeah, I was about to say, when we reconvene next Monday, I probably have Utah at number 2 if they. In fact, I know I will have Utah at number 2.
And that'll be a big win on the road. By the way, they are. Let's see. They are playing on Big Noon kickoff, but it's not a Big Noon kickoff.
Oh, that's crazy. It's almost like it's a big game. It's the night game.
Is it a 6 p.m. Central?
It's the game
or 6
time.
p.m. there. Is it 8 p.m. Central?
It might be 8 p.m. That's the game that I thought Texas Tech should be the night game. We had this argument last week.
Against Arizona State. And Arizona State was the afternoon game.
Yes.
We go back and double check because I want to say it's 6 o'clock.
It's 7 o'clock our time, so it's 6 o'clock their time.
Okay.
It's at 8 p.m. on the Eastern time zone, the one we all recognize.
So, Utah, BYU, that's 23rd versus 15, by the way. And I would assume if Utah wins that game, they'll just jump all the way up to around 15. They get a tremendous amount of respect. And they should.
You want them to?
Yeah, absolutely. Cincinnati, and I want BYU to stay ranked if they lose. Cincinnati's not going to move a lot if they hammer Oklahoma State, but they should hammer Oklahoma State. UCF West Virginia is just another game that's being played. That's obviously the TNT game. There's never been more of a TNT game than West Virginia UCF.
Yeah. Yes.
Baylor TCU, the rivalry, the Blue Bonnet battle. ESPN2, 11 a.m. That's tough. That's a tough draw. Arizona Houston, 11 a.m. FS1. FS1. And the 3 o'clock kickoff against Arizona State is a Fox game. Have we perused the internet for game times for next week yet?
They're still not up.
No, not up. Okay.
I thought that came out at like 11 for that, and then
They have been fairly early. And no Big 12 awards either. We usually get those by the end of the show.
Yeah, those usually seem like they pop up right at noon. But I thought,
well, more for Choice Woodman and Chris Sneed to do.
Steal all the news. Those guys.
And at 2:15, he could say breaking news and say things from 3 hours ago. This just in, he says.
Yeah, this just in. How many Big 12 teams are in the AP Top 25 released today?
Can I make a prediction?
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, in the basketball one?
Yeah,
Six.
Six.
6 for the SEC, the Big 10, and the Big 12, I believe. 72% of the poll, I think I saw. I did not do that math in my head. Can I make a prediction for this just in today at 11:15 or 12:15?
Mm-hmm.
James Franklin fired this just in.
We can make that happen.
If he's listening right now, he probably won't do it. But if he's not listening, maybe we got that prediction in.
I guess you're not spinning a tiny wheel today.
No, we'll do that Wednesday.
Okay. Still opportunity to
get your punishments in.
Get some punishments in.
I won't be here on Wednesday, so.
Oh well,
Yeah,
we'll tell you what happens.
Okay.
We'll tell them how to spin the wheel in there.
By the way, right now on DoubleTSportsNetwork.com, there's over 70 photos from the game that are really, really good. There's a really cool selection of shots from Will Hammond trucking the guy, and a really cool end zone shot after he scores in red lights. That's pretty cool too.
Can I add a complaint to
DoubleTSportsNetwork.com
Lowe's after that?
Sure.
After the break?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
100.7 the score. It's the end of the bench.
Playing time is not required. This is the End of the Bench podcast from 100.7 The Score.
Welcome back. 100.7 the score. It's the end of the bench. By the way, if you want to find any photos on our website, there's a tab at the top, DoubleTSportsNetwork.com. Photo galleries. And
Oh, whoa, wait a minute.
high school football, tech soccer, tech football. They're all up there. What do you mean? Oh, wait a minute. What are you doing?
Bullfighter, that's a little bit too far, okay?
Well, I haven't looked at that
I
yet.
know. Just to buy one more low. I don't mind flashing lights at football stadiums, but if they could wait like an extra 3 or 4 seconds, I have this great shot of Will Hammond, doing the whatever celebration that was, Superman looking like breaking through. He does that number, and then he's swinging the home run swing, and as he's going back mid swing, pitch black. I had a great, home run swing celebration right in front of me.
And then right when he finishes the swing, the fireworks go off.
Not even finished. If it finished the swing, it would have been perfect. But we've got to go to black, and nobody can see Cam Dickey dancing and celebrating because we're in black.
Well, the Double T Sports Network photographers got a great shot in the red, but they're not shooting video.
Yeah, well, yeah, in portions of it is fine, but right in the middle of the swing, we just go to black.
Can you post it anyways?
I posted it. It's on,
you saw it?
Yeah, if you want to check
Is it on your Twitter?
It's on my Twitter. It was the second one because I went with the Cam Dickey smoke video and then followed it up with the other run. Yeah, you can find it on Twitter if you want to retweet it. By all means, go ahead. I think like 5 million other people have, so join the club.
Whoa, Mr. Engagement over there.
I'm just trying. I learned from the Gambling Gauchos.
Who's that? This from Bullfighter. It is time for Ask the Benchwarmers. Get your questions on the Ace Flooring Center chat line. He says, anti-smoke benchwarmers. Who is the most unlikable coach in the Big 12? Did this past weekend move up Lance in the rankings? Yes, absolutely. I was indifferent on Lance Leipold.
Yeah, I was pretty indifferent. He seems kind of like a curmudgeon.
When he is a whiner, and you've seen that on the sidelines, but you haven't really dealt with it as much, I guess, because you hadn't played him. You didn't play him last year.
Yeah. Is Eli Drinkowitz in the Big 12? He's the most unlikable coach in the Big 12. I'm just going to go ahead and say that.
Yes. Yeah.
If he were in the Big 12.
Yeah, so it's Eli Dorkwitz, Kurt Signerty, and Lance Kreipold.
Yeah.
That's what we've settled on.
Okay.
So start, bench, cut, Kreipold, Signerty, and Dorkwitz.
I would, you know what? I would start Signerty because I know we're going to win. I would
Google me.
I would bench Kreipold and just deal with the whining, and at least I don't have to deal with Dirkwitz.
Big Huey says 7 p.m. Central, 6 local time zones are hard, Rob. No, I just didn't know if I saw. I looked at the game time on 2 different things, and I didn't remember which one said 7. Because if it was 7 o'clock on the Big 12 release, it would have been 6 here and 5 there. But I saw it on ESPN, which in my ESPN, it's all Central. So that's all I was saying. I didn't remember where I saw it.
Let's see if the Big 12 site has it. Still waiting.
Jay says he's listening from his favorite little practice golf course in Austin, Texas. Shout out to Jay. Shout out to golf. This texter says Texas Tech is the only school in the country in the top 10 of the AP poll in both football and men's basketball. That's pretty sweet. I was looking to see who was even close elsewhere. Florida's number 1 unranked. Houston unranked, they're number 2. Duke unranked, they're number 3. Auburn unranked, they're number 4. Tennessee, where are they ranked this week in the football poll? They beat Arkansas. Are they close to the top 10?
Efforting.
Alabama is number 6.
Alabama basketball?
Alabama basketball is number 6.
Their football's number 6, so there you go. 6 and 6. So
that is untrue.
That was untrue, yeah. Tennessee is 11th.
It was a fun stat, though, while it lasted. Tennessee's 11th, so they're 5 and 11. Michigan State unranked. Maryland, where's Maryland ranked currently?
Football?
Yeah. Are they unranked now?
They're unranked,
okay.
Yeah.
And then Michigan. Michigan's number 10, which they've fallen from 15 to. Would you already get off of it?
No, I'm on it. I was just double checking on Maryland because they're not even receiving votes.
Really?
Yeah. I would imagine Michigan's unranked at this point, right?
Oh, you'd be surprised.
They're unranked.
Okay.
They're second and
so
they like
dropped
27th.
They dropped 12 spots for losing to USC. Wow. That's worse than what Utah did when they lost to Texas Tech.
USC is 20th.
So Alabama and Texas Tech are the only 2 teams ranked in both.
Yep.
Well, that's pretty good company.
Yeah, it's good company, yeah.
Oh, you know what? This is not the right AP poll. I am lying to you.
You're lying to me?
I'm lying to you. That was the final for last year.
Oh.
I'm a liar.
You are lying. I believe that the one I'm looking at was released yesterday.
A liar. Well, the basketball one, I lied. Okay. So don't listen to anything I just said. I'm a dirty little liar.
Did you clip that? All of that? Don't listen to anything I just said. I'm a dirty little liar. Clip that.
No, we don't need to clip that.
If
Brennan was here, he'd already have it playing. We don't need to do that.
Don't listen to anything I said. I'm a dirty little liar. Clipped.
Big Huey says Oklahoma State kickoff 3 p.m. Either ESPN2 or ESPNU. There's Brennan right there, speaking of the devil. So an afternoon kick, 3 p.m. on ESPN2 or ESPNU. And that is the Oklahoma State effect.
Yeah. There it is. Yep. Just
Dirty little liar horse name. That's from another texter.
Would you like the other times?
Yes.
Kansas State, Kansas, 11 a.m. kickoff on TNT. Baylor, Cincinnati, a 3 o'clock kick on ESPN2 or ESPNU. TCU, West Virginia, let's say 6 o'clock. Are they a 5 o'clock kickoff on ESPN Plus? 5 o'clock's weird.
On ESPN Plus, they get a pick.
Yeah, anytime, but still, 5 o'clock is a weird kickoff time.
Kickoff time.
Getting in the middle there.
9:15, Colorado, Utah. 2:30, BYU, Iowa State, and 7 p.m. on ESPN2 or ESPNU, Houston, Arizona State.
Okay. Sorry to have ever doubted the texture, by the way. He is absolutely correct. The actual poll, Purdue, Houston, Florida, UConn, St. John's Red Storm 5, Duke 6, Michigan 7, BYU 8, Kentucky 9, Texas Tech 10. So Texas Tech, obviously the only ones
in the top
10.
I was like, BYU ranked in both.
Now, BYU is in the top. What are they in football? Off the top of my head, I think they're around 15, yes?
BYU,
18. No, they're
BYU
18.
Is 15. 15 in the AP
15 today.
Yep.
18 last week. So Louisville, UCLA, Arizona, Arkansas, Alabama. So Alabama, BYU, and Texas Tech, the only 3 teams in the top 15. Iowa State, Illinois, Tennessee.
Tennessee's 11th.
Tennessee, Kansas, Auburn. Illinois finally unranked.
Yep, they're the first one out.
Gonzaga, Michigan State, Gonzaga, Creighton, Wisconsin, North Carolina. So there's only 4 teams in the top 25 of both, 3 teams in the top 15 in both, and 1 team in the top 10 of both. Glad we got all that ironed out.
Just in time to talk a little more tortillas. You want to get into that? Oh, we don't have time.
We don't have time. Choice Woodman and the indescribable Chris Sneed coming up on the bottom line. We'll see you tomorrow.
This has been the End of the Bench podcast from 100.7 The Score. Go to 107thescore.com for more from the Double T Sports Network.